What's our Mint Mobile hotline question today?
Hey, John, it's William from Youngstown, Ohio. My question is, since Hugh Jackman has returned as Wolverine, what chances do you think Dafne Keen will join the MCU? Thanks, and bring on the filthy.
You know, thanks a lot for saying that in. Ever since the glorious day that they announced that Hugh Jackman was going to take on the claws one more time to be in a Deadpool 3 movie, which we all know has been in the works for years, but still, ever since that day, the question I've heard most people asking has been, will X-23, Dafne Keen? Dafne Keen was wonderful in Logan. Like, one of the, aside from Hugh Jackman and Patrick Stewart, she was probably the biggest reason that movie worked so well. Like, the scenes where she just starts ripping at Wolverine in Spanish are like some of my favorite scenes where she's going off on him, and the combat scenes and all that kind of, she was great in it. And she's gone on to do a lot more stuff as well. Could we see her back? My guess is no, for a couple of reasons. The biggest one, though, of course, is I do not believe that any of the regular ongoing X-Universe characters that are going to be in the MCU will be recycles of the ones from the Fox era. Obviously, Hugh Jackman in Deadpool is a lark. That's going to be an exception. Hugh Jackman will not be our Wolverine moving forward. You know, we're going to get a new Wolverine here soon. So that's the biggest reason why I really don't think we can see her coming back. And then you could raise the question, well, could she appear then in Deadpool 3? Well, you could, but that's really not part of the whole shtick. I mean, the Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman thing is a years-long thing. They've been laying the groundwork for this forever. And, you know, Dafne Keen, as wonderful as she is just really not a part of that any more than, I don't know, what's the name? Ashmore? Sean Ashmore, who played yeah. Bobby, who played Iceman, any more than he's a part of that. So my guess is, unfortunately, no, I don't think we're going to see her again. What do you think, Chris? Are there chances we can see Dafne Keen in the MCU?
I mean, in the MCU at some point, possibly. But if we are working with the Logan timeline, he doesn't meet X-23 until 2029. So that's out. Also, that story doesn't have anything to do with the Deadpool story that we're doing here, right? Especially because so many people are freaking out about the legacy of Logan. I doubt they would bring her in. If they did, it'd be some goofy time portal cameo kind of thing that I don't think fits the vibe that they're going for ultimately. Could she return as X-23 at some point? I would love that. She's busy doing his Dark Materials right now, which apparently is on its third season. Good in, yeah. So she's got other stuff in the works, but I mean, she's such a great actress and she's so killer in that role. If you've never seen her audition tape of that, whoo, she's like climbing on bookshelves and shit. It's amazing. She's killer. So I'd love to see her come back, but definitely I don't think she's going to be in Deadpool 3.
Aaron, what do you think? Could we see Dafne Keen pop up in the MCU?
I completely agree with both of you for all the reasons why you've already said, but I'll definitely agree that we will see her in the MCU, and maybe not even necessarily as X-23. I mean,
well, I was going to bring that up. Does it have to be?
No, not at all. In fact, especially as she, ages and matures, she could very well age into a totally different type of character that makes more sense for her at the age she is then, versus when she, the age that she was when she played X-23. So I would not be surprised if we see that. And then maybe she has a character that is self-sufficient and doesn't need to be tied necessarily to Wolverine, because also since she was with the Hugh Jackman Wolverine, would it even make sense for us to see her with whoever the new actor is that play? I don't think so. So I'm looking forward to seeing Dafne Keen in her own role on in the MCU that is not necessarily tied to Wolverine.
I mean, I think the two big points there are she could play another character at some point, and the fact that, yeah, you're right. She's at this point in the MCU, she would be 3 years old.
Yep.
Depending if they wanted to follow that.
Just a little fighter fetus. That could make sense to them. Never mind.
By the way,
a toddler who's just like,
when I was looking up some information last night on Dafne Keen, I came across her Instagram account, which she's very active on Instagram. And here's the thing. You remember everybody in movies you watched just as they were in those movies. Dafne Keen's gotten older. Surprise. Yeah. And it was just weird because she poses, let's just say she puts up some provocative photos on her Instagram thing. It's like, I can't wrap my head around that this is
You're a baby.
23.
Yeah. Well, that was what Maxim was for back in the day. It was so that all the Disney actresses who were not being invited to play more mature roles, we're like, okay, how about this, Disney? I'm just going to go pose for Maxim, and you're probably going to let me out of my contract. And they did. It worked really well for some people.
How did it work for you too? No comment? Okay, good. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think? Would you like, I think most of us would like to see X-23 again, but do you think there's really a realistic way that they could do it? Do you think she could pop up in the MCU as X-23, maybe as somebody else? Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Guys, we want to take a second to thank the sponsor of this video, Mint Mobile. Mint Mobile offers premium wireless starting at just $15 a month. And now for the plot twist. I'm just kidding. There isn't one. Mint Mobile just has premium wireless from $15 a month. There's no trapping you into a 2-year contract or opening the bill to find all these crazy fees. There's no luring you in with free subscriptions to streaming services that you'll forget to cancel and be charged full price for. With my old wireless provider, every month when I opened the bill, it was like playing roulette. I never knew how big the bill was going to be, and it always seemed to get bigger. With Mint Mobile, it's totally different. I know exactly how little I'm paying every month, and there's never any surprises. Mint Mobile gives you the best rate whether you're buying for one or a family. And at Mint Mobile, families start at just 2 lines. All plans come with unlimited talk and text plus high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. And guys, you get to use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and keep your same phone number along with all your existing contacts, so transferring over couldn't be easier. So to get premium wireless from just $15 a month and no unexpected plot twists, go to mintmobile.com/Campea. That's mintmobile.com/Campea. You'll make your wallet very happy at mintmobile.com/Campea.